Welcome back to the channel, folks. Today I have the DJI Mini 2 and the Cfly Phase 2. So today we have like 30 to 40 kilometer an hour wind. So guess what? Today, of course, I'm going to test the two drone, DJI Mini 2 and the Cfly Phase 2. I'm going to have a wind test of these two drones, so against the 30 to 40 kilometer an hour wind. So let's find out which drone is stable in the wind. So this one only weighs 250 grams, and this one weighs more than 250 grams, heavy. And Cfly Phase 2 is a heavy drone and a big drone compared to DJI Mini 2. So let's find out which drone is the best for the wind, and we're going to test it right now. So okay, this is the Cfly Phase 2. Let's find out. Okay, Cfly Phase 2, and I'm going to get the DJI Mini 2. Okay, so remember guys, these two drones both have a downward sensor. Cfly Phase 2 has a downward sensor, ultrasonic sensor, located at the belly of the drone, and I just don't know if it really works. Okay, so I'll go ahead and turn on the controller of Cfly Phase 2, and also turn on the aircraft. Okay, I'm gonna turn on also the controller of DJI Mini 2, and the next one is the aircraft, right? So yeah, hopefully we will be able to compare the two when it comes to wind test or wind resistance, and which drone has a good stability against the wind. Can't connect. So okay, so yeah, so there, I'm already connected to the Cfly Phase 2, and also this one, the DJI Mini 2. So, okay, so I'm going to fly the DJI Mini 2. So once again guys, this is the wind test. Okay, 20 satellite lock. So the wind is peaking maybe like 30 kilometers an hour or 35. So I'm going to fly first the DJI Mini 2. Okay, so very smooth flyer, nice. So that's it, that's the DJI Mini 2. Okay, I'm going to start to take video. Alright, so very stable. So this one, I'm going to, okay, a little bit okay, so 19 satellite lock, 76% battery. So this is it. Alright, that's the two drones, DJI Mini 2 and Cfly Phase 2. Okay, okay. So as you can see, the Cfly Phase 2 loses altitude. It started to lose altitude. I just can't explain. It's hard to explain why the Cfly Phase 2 loses altitude. Look, mababa na siya, guys. It's already lose altitude, so it's already flying low against the initial height. So okay, tataas ko ulit ng konti. So you see, it loses altitude. Cfly Phase 2 loses altitude. So but as you notice, yung DJI Mini 2 ay napaka stable, hindi siya umaalis sa kanyang pwesto. But Cfly Phase 2 suddenly loses altitude. But notice the DJI Mini 2 sobrang stable. Hindi siya umaalis sa kanyang pwesto kahit na medyo mahangin. Okay. Okay, bumabalik siya sa dating pwesto. Okay, okay. So that's Cfly Phase 2 and DJI Mini 2. So take a look, guys, kung aling drone na napaka-stable. Okay, once again, si Cfly Phase 2 loses altitude. It started to lose altitude and magalaw siya, unlike ni DJI Mini 2, sobrang stable kahit mahangin. Okay. Notice, guys. Have a closer look. Okay. Okay, that's the wind test. As you notice, yung drone is facing directly against the wind. So, okay, I'm going to try another angle. Yung sideways. Okay, sideways. And let's find out. Again, the Cfly Phase 2 loses altitude. Bumababa siya. Bumaba siya. Cfly Phase 2 loses altitude. Okay. I'm going to... Okay, sideways. Wind test. Okay. Okay, sobrang stable ni DJI Mini 2 kahit napakagaan. It only weighs 250 grams, but it's just too stable against a slight breeze. Okay, notice, guys. Okay, also notice the banana tree para makita natin yung ano, makita nyo yung ano, yung quality kung gaano kalakas yung hangin. So okay, I'll go ahead and take a look in front of the drone. Nice. So let's try to bring it up, kasi I think yung hangin sa taas ay medyo malakas. So let's go bring the drone up a little bit more altitude. So there. Yan. You observe, guys, kung gaano sila lumaban sa hangin. Okay. Pareho stable, guys. Stable din sila. Also the Cfly Phase 2, it just stay in his place. No more losing altitude. Yung sudden loss of altitude, si Cfly Phase 2 parang nawala when I bring it up, when I bring it in a more altitude position. So yun, nawala na yung ano niya, nawala yung losing of altitude, yung sudden drop of altitude ni Cfly Phase 2. But yung si DJI Mini 2, just so stable, hindi umaalis sa kanyang pwesto. Oh, very nice. Okay, pumipick up na naman yung hangin. Okay, let's try yung rear comparison. Okay, so that's the rear. So the drone is pointing along the wind. So hindi na siya against the wind. So nice. Okay, DJI Mini 2. So yung Cfly Phase 2, it already stay in it already hold its position nung tinaas ko siya when I bring the Cfly Phase 2 in a higher altitude. So nawala yung ano niya, it just hold its place. So no more sudden drop in altitude. So maybe yun yung ano niya, yun yung weakness niya, yung pagka nade-detect niyang medyo mababa siya. I think yung sensor niya, yung barometer niya, nako-confuse. So okay, so tingnan natin sa pinakamababang altitude. Let's bring the drone in a very low altitude and let's see, compare again. Okay, I'll be bringing the Cfly Phase 2 in a very low altitude. So notice guys, so yun, si Cfly Phase 2 may konting tilt pag tinatamaan ng hangin. Look at the two drones. So no camera test here. Siguro later part na yon. Look. And samantalahin ko na rin yung ano, yung sensor niya, yung downward sensor. If because I doubt na yung downward sensor ni Cfly Phase 2 are real. So I am skeptic na hindi real yung ano, yung downward sensor ni Cfly Phase 2. I'm going to place my palm under the belly of Cfly Phase 2 para makita natin kung okay. So kung makikita nyo guys, hindi siya ano, tumataas, parang abnormal yung ano niya, yung reaction niya. Ibig sabihin, my palm was not able to detect by the downward sensor of Cfly Phase 2. Look. So look, there's no sudden you know, yung pagtaas niya, yung reaction, there's no sudden reaction with my palm. So meaning Cfly Phase 2 did not detect my palm with its downward sensor or vision positioning system. So eto, let's try si DJI Mini 2 and you will see how the downward sensor work. So I'm going to place my palm underneath the DJI Mini 2 and we will find out guys kung how the downward sensor work or do its job. So you see, it just it have a sudden reaction with my palm. So yun, you see that? You see that? Okay, there's a sudden reaction guys. Parang it tries to avoid my it tried to avoid my palm. Kasi nga nase-sense niya yung palm ko as a landing ground na. That's why nagre-react siya. So let's try once again kay Cfly Phase 2 if the downward sensor really work, or kung ang downward sensor niya ay for real. Let's see, unlike doon kay Cfly Phase 2, I'm sorry, kay DJI Mini 2, when I place my palm underneath the belly of DJI Mini 2, there's a sudden reaction ng drone. So let's try here kung may reaction again. Okay, binababa ko yung, so wala, there's no reaction with the drone. So ibig sabihin, in my conclusion, downward sensor of Cfly Phase 2, I think it's fake. So it's unreal, it's not real. So maybe yung downward sensor niya is only design or ornament. You see, it's not working, guys. You see? But eto kay DJI Mini 2. Let's try kay DJI Mini 2 para malaman niyo yung ibig ko sabihin. Okay, I'm going to bring the drone down almost on its landing almost landing mode. Okay, but I'm going to place my palm underneath the drone. You see? Take a look, guys. Oh, you see, it has a sudden reaction, guys. So parang pag nade-detect niyo yung palm ko, hindi siya basta-basta naglaland. So it's trying to avoid my palm. It's trying to avoid my palm. You see? Okay? Kasi yung sensor niya, nasa-sense niya ano niya, yung landing ground niya, yung palm ko as a landing ground. So hindi siya basta-basta naglaland. Okay? So this is a good test. Wind test and downward sensor test ng drone. Cfly Phase 2 and DJI Mini 2. So yun, guys, I think that's it. So kayo na bahalang humusga. You be the judge on which drone is better against the wind, and which drone has a real downward sensor or real vision positioning system. So kayo na ang humusga kung alin yung ano. But anyway, pagdating sa price, more expensive si DJI Mini 2, maybe because of its technology, and this one almost half the price. Si Cfly Phase 2 almost half the price ni DJI Mini 2, si Cfly Phase 2. Yun yung standard package. Kahit standard package lang, half yung price ni Cfly Phase 2 kay DJI Mini 2. So okay, that's it. I think I already covered and I tested the drone against the wind. Yun nga lang, konti yung hangin ngayon, hindi ganun kalakas. Okay, so you see, there's no reaction man lang sa downward sensor ni tawag yan ni Cfly Phase 2. No reaction. Okay. Okay, si DJI Mini 2 is already sending its alarm. So I'm going to land it. So you see, guys, once again, you see, there's a reaction, there's a immediate reaction sa downward sensor ni DJI Mini 2. Because the downward sensor is really working. So it has a real downward sensor against Cfly Phase 2. So okay, in my opinion, guys, in short, it's very obvious. Okay, it's very obvious, guys. You see the difference of the downward vision positioning system. So itong downward vision positioning system or downward sensor of DJI Mini 2 looks like a camera here, looks like a camera lens. Sana nakikita nyo, but this one, so I think it's like it's just looks like a screw. it's like it looks like a screw. So I don't think na this is a real downward sensor. Also this one, I don't think na they are real. So correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Also for the people of Cfly Faith 2, prove me that I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I notice the downward sensor of the Cfly Faith 2 are not real. So maybe they are just a design, or maybe just an ornament, you know.